Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana, Precinct Officer Tapazar. This is the ISUPK KILLEEN Sabbath service. We'll be going into Genesis chapter 30, verse 3. It's dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the sons of Jacob receiving their names and the conditions and circumstances under which they received their names. And with that, Imagine, which means to stand. Hold their hands. Don't worry about this. Y'all ain't got to worry about that. La Yashala. Sar Hakwadam, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to do the prayers. This is the Lord's Prayer. Judah, make sure you're holding him, bro, or watching him. You don't got to worry about doing that. You guys have your main duty, okay? The water. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Daba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathan Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalat Yanawa, Kabawaf Yanawa, Kasalat Yanawa, Kabawaf Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabiya Yanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashaya Nawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalatwa, Waha Allah, Wahatha Para, La'ai Walamium, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. This is the prayer of the power of the Hakak. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Baba Kushah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Call Makalah, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Lahatahar, Ha Matazarium, Hakak, Lahaquim, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Rakawa, Ha Matalah, Lagarshin, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Judah, let him go. Just as long as he ain't touching nothing. All right. This is the prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yashala, Wahab Bayaf Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Wada Aman, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha Ayanya, Ahaharium, Mayan, Yaba'a Azaria, Azaria Ma'am, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Wa'aratazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shamawar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh. Sorry, keep it from the lights, please. Baba Kashar. Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaafka, Wabawa'aka, Mata, Wa'ad Awalam. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth Israel, Salaki, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. All right, Psalms 83. Salakia. In the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Thakarash, Wa'al-Thashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Wayabaka, Yaha Maya Hasalakia, Yaha Mayawan, Wa Mashana Yaka, Shah Wa Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya'ira Yum Wa Sawada, hey, y'all, I got this. Waya Tayatazwa, Al Tazapan, Wayaka, Armawa, Lakawa, Wana Kakyadum, Magaya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, Lab Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Barya, Ya Karathwa, Al Ya Adawam, Wa Yashama Alium, Ma'aibawa, Wa Hagarium, Gabal, Wa Amawan, Wa Amalak, Palashak, Am Yeshabya, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarwa'ai, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha Lahum, Kamidian, Kasa Yasara, Kayabian, Banakal, Kwayashawan, Na Shamadwa, Ba'ayan, Da'ira, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayathamwa, Nadaya Mawak. Pull him away from there. Salakia. Nadaya Mawak, Ka Arab, Waka Za'aba, Waka Zabak, Waka Tazamanai, Call Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nad, Yarasha, Lanawa, Af, Nawath, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalia, Kakwash, La Panya Raka, Kaash, Tabaira, Yaira, Waka, Lahaba, Tahalat, Harium, Kam Taradatma, Basairika, Wa Basawapafka, Tha Balaham, Mala, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Wa Yabahal, Wa'id, Ya'id, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Wayadawa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Yawan, Al Kaharataza. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as Zamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the power and possession. O my power, make them like the wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burn up the wood, as the flame sitteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm, and fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. This is the blessings for the power structure, for the structure in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Mayaka Allah? Why Alahayim? Matazavaya. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapium. Ha Saranium. Ha Quatazayanium. Ha Kayalium. Wa Akwapian. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The water Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. In the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. All right. Sar, turn. You can face the podium. All right. All right, Shalom Israel. Like I said, we're dealing with let me see here. Salaki, 1 second. slack. All right, we're dealing with Genesis 30. This is when this is after the marriage of when Jacob is staying with Laban. Laban tricks Jacob and gives Leah to him instead of Rachel, because that's the custom of their people, not to give the younger sister before the older. So Jacob wakes up, finds out that he's laid with the woman that he didn't choose, but it's her sister. So Laban says, I'll give you he's fine. Sit down, side. I'll give you Rachel after 7 days, just to fill your week with Leah. So this is how Jacob begins. You know what I'm saying? With this situation is he ends up having two wives, and but he prefers Rachel over Leah. So the Lord sees what Leah's dealing with, and he opens her womb up, and she begins to have children. Rachel gets upset at Jacob and was like, give me children. Jacob is telling her, like, am I God? How can you put me in God's position? I don't control that. And then so she gives Jacob one of her maid servants. Okay. And I believe it was Zilpah, or one of them, Bilhah. And this is where we leave off at. Okay. So if you have your Bible Hub app, you can follow along in the Hebrew. We're going to be reading Genesis chapter 30, verse 3, I believe, in the Hebrew. Let me get over there. Kodash, go sit down. Go sit down. So go ahead and grab him. All right. Let me see here. Genesis 30. Sai, hold his hand and don't let go. You hear me? Salaki, y'all, 1 second. Excuse me. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Hold his hand. Salakia. All right. Okay, we're gonna start at verse 3 in the Hebrew. Let's see here. What the Amar Hana Amataya Balaha Ba Aliyah Wata Lad Al Barka Ba Wasalakia Barkaya Wa'a Bana Gum A Nakaya Ma Manaha Salakia Ma Manaha. Verse 4. Wata Thun Lawa Ata Balaha Shapa Hataha. So Shalaki Shapa Hata La'a Shaha Wayaba A Laya Yaikwab. Verse 5. Watahar, Balaha, no, Salakia, Balaha, Watalad, La Yaquab, Ban. He all right. But put that up though. Come on. Why is that even out here? Salakia. Wata Amar, Rahal. No, Salakia. Rachal. Dana Naya. Alahayim. Wagum. Shama'ai. Bakwa Laya. Waya Tawa Laya Ban Al Khan Quaraha Shamawa Dan. Verse 7. Wathar Salakia Iwad Watalad Balaha Shapa Shapahath Lakaal Salakia Rakaal Ban Shania La Yaquab. Verse 8. Wata Amar Rakaal Salakia Napa Tawalaya Alahayim Napa Tala Taya Aim Aka Thaya Gum Yaka Lataya Wata Quara Shamaiwa Napa Talaya. Verse 9. Wata Ra'a La'aha Kaya Madaha. Wait, Salakia. Madaiha Maladath Wata Quaka Salakia. Wata Quaka Ata Zalapa Shapa Ka Taha Wata Tan Ota La Yaquab La Shaha. Verse 10. Watalad Zalpa'a Shapa Kata Shapa. Wait, Salakia. Shapakath Laha La Yaquab Bond. All right. Salakia. Let's pull it up. This is going to be Genesis chapter 33-10. And she said, behold, my maid Bilhah, go in unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees, that I may also have children by her. So right now, Rachel hasn't had any children. So she's, this is like for her, it's like a competition, for, her having the love of her husband wasn't enough for her. You know what I mean? I guess the envy that she had for her sister bearing children made her feel inadequate. So she's looking at this as somewhat of a competition. Like, there are some women that, even if they're not involved in a relationship dealing with a man who has more than one woman, where they're sharing a man, there's always that vibe. You know what I'm saying? This is why a lot of sisters are always concerned about using saying things like, is a man loyal? Is he faithful? Because they're worried about another woman outdoing them. You understand? In the world, a lot of times, sisters always try to like make themselves distinct, like by their beauty, how they look, and they'll say things about themselves like, I'm one of one, or I'm rare. And when it takes a lot to separate yourself from the being a common woman. This is why in the scriptures it says that a virtuous woman who can find, her price is above rubies. Even if you go on Google right now and you look up the price of a real ruby, it'll blow your mind. Like real rubies, even to this day, they're very rare, very valuable, and they're very hard to locate. So when you hear the vast majority of women talking about their value or what they have to offer, what have you, 9 times out of 10 is going to be things that are of no consequence. And I remember growing up in the Christian church, and Proverbs 31 was something that was utilized a lot amongst women. I remember one time with my children's mother, I was at her parents' house. They were all Christian, and they were having some type of female gathering or whatever. And my children's mother, I'm sitting there, she brings up Proverbs 31. I'm just there, getting some food, talking to her father at the time. But I'm listening to them, and she was like, she reads Proverbs 31, and she was like, so what you got to say about this? Like, it's a bunch of older women, younger women. And, how do we make this happen? And everybody just was quiet, silent. I remember just thinking to myself, like, dang, like they don't even understand what they're reading. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because in this time period, a lot of women are looking for like what a man can do for them. But when you read Proverbs 31, it's outlining everything that all this woman's capabilities and everything that she's like, it called her like her arms were strong and she was industrious. She was out creating businesses while her husband was down on the gates. So everything that this woman was doing was for the glory of her husband. And she was a mystery. You only knew her because of her business dealings or what she did, in the markets. And that's how you knew about her, because she basically was fortifying her home. Like it said that she didn't let the light go out in her house, that she was up late at night, making sure that her children and her husband had clothes that kept them warm, and that the servants were always busy. She always had the servants in the house taking care of things. And she was sending her merchandise far off across the seas. You know what I'm saying? This was a woman of means, of substance. And what's being taught in the Christian church is just, they think that a virtuous woman is just a woman that's in the choir, that wears a big church hat, sits in the pews. You know what I'm saying? And what Commander General Yohana is doing in the ISUPK is building virtuous sisters. You know what I'm saying? The main thing of how he's doing it is taking the focus off of themselves, meaning that unfortunately in this society, you know what I'm saying, in this current world that we living in, the woman becomes the focus. You understand? And that makes it redirects the focus of men to feel like to make the woman happy is the goal in life, right? Happy wife, happy life. That's definitely idolatry. You understand? the goal of a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man is to serve the Most High. And the goal of a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian woman is to support that man in his service to the Most High. And thereby, by serving her Lord, her Ottawa, her man, she serves the Most High. Unless she doesn't have a Ottawa, and then she can serve the nation. But either way, in either case, that woman is, her focus is not her. She's not the vocal point of her life. Her family, her children, or the nation is. You understand? And that's the main thing. The other talents and abilities to bring in resources, finances, to locate and set up, different things that benefit the nation. Those are added qualities. But just like with the brother, you ain't got to be skilled in have every skill set to be functional or to be of benefit to your people, to your nation. Like the men above me told me, it's about availability. That's the best ability, is you being available. And with the sister, it's also availability, but it's also selflessness. You understand that whatever talents and gifts you have, to utilize that either to make your husband stronger in this work, or to through your the camp leader or the school that zone you're in, your people, food, clothing drives, and what other creative things that you can come up with that's going to help your people. All right, that's the definition of a virtuous woman. All right, but right now what we see going on here is what typically goes on amongst sisters in our people, and amongst our people is jealousy, envy, and then competition. All right, but in this situation, the Lord is utilizing all of this to bring about, what is to become the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? So multiple wives is in the Bible. It is lawful. If it was unlawful, this wouldn't have took place. A lot of times Christians try to say things like the Lord allowed it, but that's not what his true will was. That's insane to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord is just handicapped by humans. Like, is a child handicapped by a Play-Doh figurine that it forms? Because you know what I'm saying, he can if the child could take Play-Doh and form a figure, and the child doesn't like how what it formed or how it turned out, all the child has to do is smash the Play-Doh and start all over again. What makes you feel like humans are such a big weight on the Lord that his will can't be done, and that humans are just able to stop what the Lord got going on? If the Lord don't want to allow something, he'll end it. A perfect example of that is Sodom and Gomorrah. If the Lord, if it was like, oh, the Lord, they in Christianity, they say like his permissive will and some, I forget what the other term is, but basically saying some things he just won't tolerate, some things he just allows. No, with the Lord's will going to be done regardless. You understand? He's the most high power, which means that if he wants something to stop, it's going to stop. You understand? But the reason why we know that this is lawful is because it was established. Our nation was built on this. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord, if those who endure to the end are able to see, are able to be saved from the destruction and the second death and able to go to the city, you're going to see 12 gates at that city. And each gate is going to have a name of one of the tribes, the 12 tribes. And this came out of multiple wives. So even our city that the Lord is going to build, when Christ comes back, our King returns and establishes rule over this planet, the capital city is going to have the names of each of the 12 tribes, which came out of multiple wives. Jacob having 4 wives. Okay, so that should put that to rest. Okay, verse 4. And she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife. Now, y'all say that sex isn't marriage. When it says that she gave Bilhah to wife, they didn't have a ceremony. He took her to his tent and he laid with her. He had sex with her, and he gave her Bilhah to wife, which means she gave her maidservant to Jacob to have sex with, because sex is marriage. All right. I know for some of us, for a lot of us, you're like, man, I've been married 100 times. I've been married 50 times. I've been married 30 times. Look, the scriptures say that the Lord winks at our ignorance, but now at this time calls all men and women to repent. You understand? That's why Christ came with the you know what I'm saying, letting us know that we can be born again. We can become new creatures, and all old things become new. So yeah, you may have been married 60 times. You may have been for the streets, but you can come into the school and become a new person. Sisters out there, I'll be watching some of these podcasts. They call themselves like virgins, like they're a born again virgin, but nothing about them has changed. They haven't been purified through the fire. You know what I'm saying? And the fire, that furnace is the ISUPK. You come in here, and if you really lock in and give the Lord 90 days, you know what I'm saying, and focus, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna rearrange the way that you think about things. By what? By you coming in and listening to the priests and prophets, and just getting along with the program, man. You know what I'm saying? Being pouring out that old wine and getting some, and getting some new wine. All right. And she said, "Behold, my maid Bilhah, go in unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees, that I may also have children by her. And she gave him Bilhah her handmaid to wife, and Jacob went in unto her. And Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son." Verse 6. And Rachel said, "God hath judged me, and hath also heard my voice, and hath given me a son." Therefore she called his name Dan. So, culturally, this is kind of how this is how our children receive names. It would either be, it would be based on the circumstances and the events and the conditions of their birth, right? So she's in this situation, you know what I mean? And she viewed it like, okay, the Lord allowed my maidservant to bear a son. He judged my situation, allowed me to have a child through my maidservant. So she named this particular son Dan, which means judge. Okay? Or God have judged, excuse me. All right. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again and bare Jacob a second son. Verse 8. And Rachel said, "With great wrestlings have I wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed." So, and she called his name Naphtali. So Naphtali's name means to wrestle or wrestlings. So she gave her son a name just based off of the fact that she's into this, like I said, this competition with her sister. That's how Naphtali got his name. And it's that's not how everybody receives their names. A lot of us, we get our names, historically, because we experienced this captivity here in America. We took on the last name of whoever our slave master was. And then a lot of times, what at least I've seen it, especially in the South. I mean, it didn't happen with me, but in the South, it'd be like, Richard, or not even Richard, James the first, James the second, James the third, James the fourth. They just keep the same name, all the way going down. You see a lot of that. A lot of times our people get criticized. I remember like back in the 90s when they came out with this whole Ebonics thing, a way to, I guess they were trying to infuse, Black culture with the slang that we use into the school system to try to accommodate for, poor reading scores and things of that nature, and poor writing skills and things like that. But that became like what's the word? It became like a term of like, like a byword or whatever about Ebonics, how we use our slang. Okay. But a lot of times our sisters were criticized for the names that they gave our children, like Bonquisha or, Shaquanika and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Or Trayvon Darius Quintus or something, like we give these long names, but it's heavy because early on when I was younger, because I used to read the Bible, so my parents were Christian, but I used to read the Bible a lot. It was like the main book that I read as a kid. But I remember when I would read the scriptures and I would see these names, right? And then I would contrast it with what I would see in my community with the names that sisters would give their children. Some of the names I would see in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember, like, dang, I would hear them like, dang, and you know, they wasn't reading the Bible to get these names. It was just in them. It was just, you know, it was the cycle. You know what I mean? But even with the long names, you know what I'm saying, that you know, people don't want to pronounce. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's still the spirit of the Lord on our people. You understand? It's just without the light. It's just without the knowledge. You understand? And they used to criticize and like demean our sisters, and you know, give them normal names. They won't be able to get jobs. You know, you gonna mess up their resume, or they won't. Or as soon as they see that on an application, they're gonna get denied for a job. Well, you know, just to let y'all know, the oppressor don't need a reason to oppress. He gonna oppress because he's the oppressor. Whether you have the name Justin or you know, or Adam or you know, Mike or Bill, it don't change the fact if you being a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you're destined for oppression. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the plight that we find ourselves in, and our oppressor, you know what I mean, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of. It wouldn't matter if your name was 15 syllables. You understand? It's because that God has chosen you that they hate you. You know what I'm saying? That the Lord chose you and gave you the promise. You know what I mean? Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, so they hate you regardless. It don't matter about how long your name is. So I know for me, that's something that our people, like, really what's going on inside of them is how can I make sure that my kid is a good slave and is going to survive in the plantation? It's almost to the equivalent of when they would take a brother, you know what I mean, in front of his family, his wife and his children, and he beat him half to death. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes with, you know, what they call, I'm at a loss for the word right now, a buck breaking, excuse me, in front of the wife and in front of the children. And they would program the wife to teach her son to be physically strong so he can do the work to please his slave master, right? But then to be mentally and spiritually weak, right? To teach them that this man, this oppressor, he has the power. Don't ever defy him, but get strong, and I'll support you in you being physically strong, and then make it, you know, and then allowing the son to go and lay with mad different women because they're, you know, for breeding purposes. So you don't really say nothing when your son is out there just laying with mad women because he's a strong buck. Like, it's something to be proud of, right? All this stuff stems from the plantation, from slavery. You understand? But the same thing, the idea that when our people say, don't name your child that, don't give them that kind of a name, it's because they really, what they're really doing is saying, let's make sure that our children stay good slaves and survive in slavery. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, with freedom comes risk, and with risk can come death. You understand? When you're trying to become a free people, you can't concern yourself with the trivial matters of, you know, not giving my child a name from the Lord, or a name from his culture, because I'm afraid he won't get a job. That fear right there lets you know that you're a slave, because you feel like your dependency is upon the oppressor, not upon the Most High. You understand? So I just wanted to put that out there real quick. And like I said, verse 8, and Rachel said, with great wrestlings have I wrestled. You understand? Like, it's a trip, man. Like, Rachel was an interesting sister. I'll tell you that, man. You know what I mean? She had a lot of things she was dealing with. You understand? And her fight wasn't with Leah. You understand? Her fight wasn't even really with her husband. Her fight was with the Lord, but she should have been fighting the Lord. She should have just been accepting the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, she thinks she wrestling her sister, but if it's the Lord that's giving her the children, how are you fighting the sister? It's the Lord's decision. That's why when Jacob spoke to her and was like, am I in God's stead? You got a lot of people like that, man. They deal with you and they feel like they dealing with you. You know, it's a scripture that says that he that despises man despises not man, but despises God. Sisters, a lot of times you be getting upset at your Ottawans, at your husbands, and you feel like that they're using the scriptures to manipulate you to make them like do what you want them to do, right? Or do what they want you to do. Hey, what did I say? What did I say about that? I said, watch out for two things. Okay? You only have two things you have to do. Hurry up. Thank you for water. I don't want them near the equipment. Thank you. Salakia for that, y'all. But I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Salakia. That they don't despise man, but despise God. You understand? So a lot of times, sisters, you're upset at your husbands and your lords for what they're telling you, but you're mad at them. You're getting upset at your Ottawa, But what's coming from your outer one is coming from the Lord. The same way as us as men and priests in the school, sons of the prophets, you know what I'm saying? The orders that we're receiving from the men above us, yeah, it's coming from a man, but the orders are coming from the Lord. That's the Lord's power structure. You know what I'm saying? It comes from the head down. And when you honor your husband, you're honoring the Lord. You can't dishonor your husband and honor God. I just hope y'all understand that. And for young brothers coming into the school, young men troopers, you can't honor the Lord and then dishonor the men above you. You're dishonoring the Lord. You understand? Because this is his setup. Salaki, hey, if you could speak first at least 3 times before you do that. You know what I'm saying? If I came over there and went upside your head, you have a problem with that, right? So give warning first. Just warn him first. Tell him a few times. If he keeps going on, then you do that, okay? Don't just put hands on him like that, all right? All right. Okay, what we got? I think we're at verse 9. Verse 9. And when Leah saw that she had left bearing, meaning that when Leah realized she couldn't really have any more children, or she had stopped having children for a little bit, because the Lord was blessing Leah. The Lord was opening her womb. She was putting them out. You know what I'm saying? And it's deep too, because I believe Issachar had already came out of Leah. That's how the sisters in Issachar, they be pushing them out. Really, Judite sisters was doing that too back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Especially during like times in, slavery, or, here in this captivity, you would see sisters that have like 11 children, 10 children, 12 children. You know what I'm saying? 15 children. Big families, especially in the South, it was a normal thing. Sometimes up in the North as well. You have these big families because sisters were having a lot of children. But nowadays, Issachar, they've maintained that level of fruitfulness. You know what I'm saying? But when Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife. So when she saw that she wasn't, pushing the children out as fast as she was before, she gave Zilpah to Jacob to wife, which means to what? To have sex, right? Verse 10. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. All right, we're going to do another 7 verses, and then we're going to go ahead and close out. We'll keep this one ain't going to be that long today. Let me see here. Salakia. If you don't have the Bible Hub app, you should go ahead and download that. It makes it easier to follow along. Let's go ahead and get to it. This is Genesis chapter 30, verse 11 in the Hebrew. Watha Amar Laha Ba God Watha Quara. Don't do that. You use the restroom or something? We'll get her first and then do that. Or bring him with you into the bathroom. Go ahead, Saya. Watha Quara Atha Shamawa or Salakia. Shaman or Salakia. Shamawa God. Wathalad Zilpah Shah Pakat Salakia Shah Pahath La'ah Ban Shania La Yaquab. Verse 13, just put him to the couch, Saya, and sit with them. Saya, pick him up first. Don't drag him. Pick him up and walk him under his arms. Pick him up. Come on, and walk him to this and sit him down and hold his hand. And watch out for that can by your foot. The water. Watha Amar Laha Ba'a Sharai Salakia Ba'a Sharaya. Hurry up, Judah. Ba'aya, Asha, Rawanaya, Banawath, Watha, Quara, Atha, Shah, Shemayim, Ashar. Verse 14. Waya Lakak, Wayalak. Hey, just let him be. He's fine. Let him be. Rabban, just don't let him hit the lights with no equipment. That's all. Baya, Maya, Kwa Tazara, Hatayim, Waya, Ma Taza'a, Da, Wada, Saki, Da, Wada, Ayam, Bashar, Daha, Waya, Ba'a, Atam, All, Laha, La'aha, I, Mawar, Watha, Amar, Rakal, All, Laha, Tanaya, Naya, Laya, Mada, Wada, Aya, Banak. Verse 15. Verse 15. Wathamar, Laha, Hama, I, Salakia, Waha, Salakia. Hama, Ata, Kwaka, Tak, Ata, Aya, Shaya, Wala, Kwakath, Gum, Ata, Bawa, Da'aya, Benaiah, Wa, Thamar, Rakal, Lakan, Yasha, Kab, Imak, Hala, Yalaha, Thahat, or Thahath, Bawa, Ba'aya, Banak, Waya, Ba'a, Yaquab, Man, Hashadah, Ba'arab, Watha, Taza'a, La'a, Watha, Taza'a, La'a, Laqua, Ra'athan, Wa'athamar, Wa'thamar, Laya, Ta, Bawa'a, Kaya, Shakar, Shakar, Thayaka, Bada, Wadaya, Ya, Waya, Shakab, Ima, Bala, Yaba, Ha, Waya, Shamai, Alahayim, Al, La'a, Wa, Tahar, Wa, Thalad, La, Yaquab, Ban, Hama, Yashaya. Saya, stop chasing him. He thinks it's a game. Either just let him walk around unless he's doing something that's not appropriate, but stop chasing him. Wa, Thamar, La Ya'a, Quadash. Shh, quiet. Nathan, Alahayim, Shakaraya, Ashar, Nathaya, Shapa, Kathaya, La'a, Yai, Salakia, La'a, Yashaya, Wata, Quara'a, Shaman, Yashakar. All right, we're going to go to read verse 10. Genesis chapter 30, verse 10 through verse 8. And then we're going to close out there. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. And Leah said, a troop cometh. And she called his name Gad. And we know that that's today that's the North American Indians. All right. You know what I'm saying? That's the tribe of Gad. You know what I'm saying? A mighty tribe. You know what I mean? And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a second son. And Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher. All right. All right. So we know that that's the portion of Israelites that are located in South America. Right. I think that's like, if I'm not mistaken, that's like Guatemala and in those areas, if I'm not mistaken. And Reuben went in the days of the wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field and brought them unto his mother Leah. Mandrakes were like, I think like now they call, not you know, nowadays they got those like what they call like in the Arab liquor store, they got the honey packs. It's like an aphrodisiac or something that you use to, you know what I'm saying, to increase, you know what I'm saying, your time and, you know what I'm saying, laying with your woman. It's like a aphrodisiac, a stimulant. You know what I'm saying? Mandrakes were like the equivalent of that. Or like, you know, I know back in the day, they had like yohimbe or just different like herbs that, you know what I'm saying, increase blood flow. And, you know what I'm saying, you know, it basically, it keep you on post. Let's say that you're on post and you're ready to go. All right. So that's what the equivalent of mandrakes was. All right. And then Rachel said to Leah, give me, I pray thee, of thy son's mandrakes. So because she wanted Jacob to continue on with this. She was ready to continue on with this battle or competition. But she goes to Leah and says, now give me some of those mandrakes that your son found to be able to give to Jacob so he could do what he got to do type. You know what I mean? And verse 15, and she said unto her, is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband? And wouldest thou also take away my son's mandrakes also? Now, what does that mean when Leah says that you've taken my husband? Of course, Rachel didn't take Jacob. Leah had Jacob too. But what is she talking about? You've taken my husband. What she means is that that really the way to say it would be in like today's English would be, isn't it enough that my husband that Jacob is taken with you? Like basically, isn't it enough that the man that I'm sharing with you, that he's already caught up with you, that that you got his nose, like we would say back in the day, she got your nose wide open, right? Isn't it enough that he's caught up with you, that you got to come and try to get the mandrakes as well, like the thing that's going to help him, you know what I'm saying, want to give you more of his time, right? That's basically what the conversation is, like how you already got his affection, and now you're trying to come to get the thing that would, help him give me more of that affection. All right. And Rachel said, therefore shall he lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrake. So Rachel's bargaining, you know what I'm saying? And I heard Captain Mashak kind of get into that. He said it perfectly, you know what I'm saying? Like they were so they were so zealous. They set up a schedule, you know what I'm saying, for Jacob, for the outer one. Okay, I'll get him on Tuesday. But if you give me that, you can have him tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get him on Wednesday and Thursday. I think I heard General Muhammad speak on that too. You know what I'm saying? About how sisters come together and set up schedules for their Lord. But that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They in arbitration right now. They in negotiations, right? Let me see. And it says, therefore shall he lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes. So they doing a bid, in exchange, right? They bartering. Verse 16, and Jacob came out of the field in the evening. He coming back from work. He don't know what's going on. He don't know none of the arrangements that these sisters have put together for him. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was General Muhammad I heard said that. He said, I don't remember it clearly enough to repeat it. But I remember him speaking on this matter, though. You know what I'm saying? And Jacob came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him and said, thou must come in unto me. Because I think he was expecting to go see Rachel, and then Leah come and say, nah, you ain't seeing Rachel tonight. You seeing me. Oh, okay. Well, wherever you want me to go is where I'll go. You know what I'm saying? Wherever the work need to be done, that's where I'll put the work in, right? And she said, thou must come in unto me, for surely I have hired thee with thy son's mandrakes. Like, basically, I didn't put the money up. You coming to chill with me tonight. You know what I'm saying? I got everything paid for. I got the hotel room paid for. I got the food service set up. I know where we're going. It's all put together, right? And he lay with her that night. Verse 17, and God hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived. Now, Leah had thought she was done bearing. I mean, that's why she got Zilpah, because she thought, okay, like the Lord isn't giving me any more babies, so I'll go ahead and give Zilpah to Jacob. You understand? And hey, Judah, get the door. Get the door. I'll give Zilpah. And but the Lord has something in store, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I think he might need to get changed. Yashar. Okay, and where we at? We're at verse 18. And okay, yeah, and God hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob the fifth son. And Leah said, God hath given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to husband. And she called his name Issachar, or Yashakar in the Hebrew, which is heavy. You know what I'm saying? Yashakar got his name because of an arrangement between Rachel and Leah. And basically, she hired Jacob out for the night. She put the money up. You know what I'm saying? And then this is where Yashakar came from. So it's real interesting to see all the different ways that, you know what I'm saying, are the tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel, how they received their names and the circumstances which dictated them getting their names. Okay, but we're going to stop there. And we're going to close off right there. And with that, let me see here. Amijam, which means to stand. La Yashala. Salaki. Yahweh Shem Yah Shai Brakiyah. Salute the Torah. Sar Hakwadam, which means to turn and face the east. Lock the door. All right, this is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Go ahead, open the door. Lock the door. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malat Wakah, Daba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba Ratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathananawa, Lakum, Call, Yawam, Wasalat Yanawa, Kabawath Yanawa, Kasalatnawa, Kabawath Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabia'ah Yanawa, Banasai 1, Abal, Hawashai Yanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Banasai, Salaki, Kaya, Laka, Hamalatwa, Waha Allah, Salaki, Waha Allah, Waha Thapa Ra, La'ai Walamium, Amun, in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Face the east, Saya, Salakia, Yashuaya. Get a hold on them if you're here now. Saya, turn and face the east. Turn and face the east. Thy kingdom come. Go ahead. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. This is the prayer of the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Baba Kushah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lara Pa'ah, Call Makalah, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Ha Matazarium, Hakak, Lahakuyum, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Rakawa, Hatar Ma'alah, Lagarshin, Bashim Yahushai, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power against unclean spirits. Salakia. The power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. The prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Barak Lanawa. Wa Yashala. Waha Baya. Saparium. Barak. Bahashem. Yahweh Shai. The water. Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Ashai Ayanya, Al Haharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a Azariah, Ma'am, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Wa'aratazah, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yumyunka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a Yakak, Salakia, La'a Yakaka, Wayarak, Bala Yala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makar Yashamar, Aknapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'atad, Wa'ad Awalam. If you need to do something, just go ahead. You standing there. You ain't facing it. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. I got this, y'all. Y'all chill. All right. Alahayim, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Thakarash, Wa Al-Thashakwat, Al-Kaya, Hana, Salakia, Iwayabika, Yahama Yawan, Wa Mashana Yaka, Shah Wa Ra'ash, Al-Imaka, Ya'ira Yum, Wa Sawada, Waya, Ba'aya Tazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakidum, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawa Tezawa, Lab, Salakia, Lab, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baryat, Yakarthwa, Ahalya, Arawam, Wa Yashama'alyam, Ma'ibawa, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wa Amawan, Wa Amalak, Palashath, Anya Shabya, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zara, Salakia, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasa Salakia, Kasa Yasara, Kayabian, Barakar, Kwawash, Salakia, Kwa Yashawan, Nashadmawa, Ba'ayan Da'ira, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadayabwa, Nadayabmawa, Ka'arab, Wa Kazaba, Wa Kazabak, Wa Katazal, Salakia, Wa Katazalmana, Ka Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Na Yarasha, Salakia, Na Yarasha, Lanawa, Nawak, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalia, Kakwash, Lapanya, Raka, Ka'ash, Stabaya Ira, Waka Lahaba, Talahat,
Harium, Kantaradatma, Basairika, Wabasa Wapathka, Tha Balaham, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Bahawa, Aya Ide, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Dawa, Kaya Atha Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kaharataza. Kasaya, face the east and stand up straight. In the English, keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashurus also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the power and possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storms. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. All right, this is the prayer of the blessing for the structure. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Mayaka Allah? Why Alahayim? Matazabaya? Alawap Yahana? Ha Alawapium? Ha Saranyum? Ha Quatazayanyum? Ha Kayalyum? Wa Akwapian? Yahweh? Bashim Yahweh Shai? The water Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. All right, sorry, you can turn face to the podium. Give a courtesy salute. Turn and face the podium. Give a courtesy salute to the Akim. Men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Amijim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah, Yazmatah. Turn, face the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amijim, Barak,
Yahweh Shamar Latham Ba'Shem Yahushai. Yazamatah, class dismissed.